The third fastest rider of an enduro bike in the world, confirmed just a couple of days ago. But look where we are, Loudenvielle Peyragueux. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful corner of France, and one until recently, it has to be said, looked a lot wetter than this. Storms have moved up and down the valley all week long. 13 degrees Celsius here today, plenty of sunshine but cold in the shade. Perfect conditions to go mountain bike racing. Here's the schedule as things stand. Junior finals at 11:30, then it's junior men. After that, 1:15, the elite women's final. 2 o'clock Central European time, elite men's racing coming directly to you. There are overall titles up for grabs in both of the elite races today. So, if you've got a good vantage spot on the sofa or wherever you are, don't go anywhere. Valentina Hall, Lloyd Bruni, going for the big one. And here is the track. They will be going for it on 2.4 kilometres in length. Loudenvielle Peyragueux made its debut last season. The masterpiece of Romain Paulin. Split time, a very, very fast open top section into the first split. Then once it hits the tree line, it gets very, very steep. Tale of two halves, this one. And it gets steeper and steeper. And after all that rain and the heat of yesterday, it's pretty much Rutzilla up there. 540 vertical meters is the drop, 16.7% maximum. Definitely a lot steeper in certain sections, certain parts of the track, amongst the steepest that we face. Junior women at the top, you can see the beautiful start high up there. Nerves starting to jangle. It's good to see some smiles as well, though. Famously, we are up by a runway that featured in one of the Pierce Brosnan James Bond movies. Also saw stage finishes of the Tour de France as well. Dan Critchlow from Bergtech there in the vest. One of the first men to start taking flat pedals seriously in downhill in terms of making them strong enough. Nelly Abeck, the Norwegian, will get us underway. And it's Amelia Dudek, Maxima Jaax, Erice van Leuven will start. Second rider to go behind Sacha Earnest, going for her third UCI Downhill World Cup win. The New Zealander. Junior women's racing. Really, really hotly contested this season. A lot of Kiwis in the mix. Les Bonheur, the highest qualifying French woman from yesterday. French riders receiving, as you'd expect, huge support here all week long.
Okay.
We are getting ready to go. Yeah, there you go. There's a visual on how steep the track is. It's a funny sort of dirt, really, really sticky when wet. Lots of clay and rock in there. Remember last season we had issues with this very race. The junior race was cancelled due to adverse weather. Limited running throughout the weekend in terms of practice schedules and the cancellation of the semi-finals yesterday. Amelia Dudek in the gate. Young Polish rider, star in the making. Big, big talent, Dudek. Didn't have the best of times of it. Bielsko-Biała, start of the season. Our home round. What a star hop that is. Doesn't get much more picturesque. You actually have to drop down a decent height from the lift to get to it as well, so plenty of altitude around these parts. Amelia Dudek gets ready to get us underway here at the UCI Downhill World Cup in Loudenvielle, Périgueux. Dudek leaves the start hut, and a busy afternoon that may well decide titles gets us off and going. And you can see just how fast it is on this top section now. She drops across this ridgeline. These double jumps and rollers. Conditions, as I say, pretty much perfect now. Yesterday, even during that qualifying session, that adjusted schedule, drying out as the session went. Here you see that little drop off the road. It's a little drop. It's a big size. This section extremely fast as the drone follows Dudek. Nearly 50 kilometers an hour already with our first rider of the day. Dudek moving nicely as the track now bends to the left then right. Then it's this really fast whoop section before the big blind pull off the gap jump. Interesting to see if we'll see any of the elites or even some of the juniors taking it on. Completely blind on the run in, big drop, and then Dudek pulling up way right here onto the bank. Just opening that turn up really, really well. This section, those two lines dropping into that left-hand corner proved really, really important in the qualifying session yesterday. If you miss him, it slows the bike massively. Dudek looking clean here so far. But from here on down is where the track really gets going. Off this bridge. Just locking up the rear brake slightly, missing the entry to that rump, but gets the corner squared off nicely. Big drop this. A couple of different line options. And this is where you have to have left enough energy in those arms. Start supporting the body weight on the bars as things steepen out and trying to keep the brakes open as long as possible. And you see just slightly more moisture in the soil. This is a really, really steep chute section now. 3 or 4 lines down here. You see Dudek go to the rider's left, and then yeah, nicely done from Dudek. That slots it in really, really well. So we saw Reese Wilson lose a bit of time in qualifying yesterday, just overcooked that turn slightly, so get that big steep section done. It's not all but finished. Dudek just taking her time to scrub a bit of speed off at the top of this section before heading into these turns. Oh, cuts down lower. You can see the pounding this place has taken. Dudek through that big fast section. We saw Deprella and Coulange have huge crashes last year. This final gap jump section before the run to the line. See just how beaten up it is. Really important to get into that little slot at the top of this really tortuously steep final section. Just hangs that final drop up slightly, Dudek. Watch this big left-hander to go as she heads down the line to set her benchmark time today of a 4:50.1 for Amelia Dudek. Look good though. Dudek up on the grass, and you can see just monster trucking away across the verge there. Unlike the UCI World Champs track we saw in Palar and Salandora last week, plenty of line choices up there for those who want to take them. Maxima Jaax then for Germany. We rejoin her run lower down, 6.5 seconds faster than Dudek so far. The German pops up on the front wheel across that gap jump, and this will be a new hot seat time. So 7.1 seconds faster. Jaax, extremely fast. Pretty much across the length of this track. As we see Emmy Grandouillet, first of our French riders in the final. Heller Wilson on track as well currently. Oh, Wilson just about keeps things straight and true through that double section. She's nearly a second faster at split 1 so far, the young Scotswoman. Wilson had that incredible win in Fort William earlier on the season at the first time of asking. Winner of 60 races in her career straight before that. So Heller Wilson, more than able for it. Wilson looking good here. 19th at the UCI World Championships in Andorra. .7 seconds faster. Wilson on a good run here by nearly 6 seconds faster. Heller Wilson looking really good throughout this run, just dancing on the edges of those ruts. So easy to get pulled in. .6 seconds faster. Heller Wilson now on a run here. Wants to get back to winning ways. Took a Scottish Downhill Association win in Glencoe earlier on in August. First week of that, just gets bobbled on the way through, but manages to get her way out of it. Great riding from Heller Wilson, riding on reflexes. One in Léger at the last round. Is she about to back it up here today? 13.1 seconds at split 4. Heller Wilson teeing herself up for a lengthy sit in the hot seat here in Loudenvielle, Périgueux. Clears that final jump, plops through it, and this is going to be our new fastest time. First place, 12.7 seconds faster than Bella Birchall. Heller Wilson, absolutely perfect. And we'll just watch this. catches that front and back axle one after the other. Next up, Erice van Leuven. Commensal Les Or, freshly recrowned UCI downhill world champion in the juniors in Pal and Sal Andorra. The young Kiwi hoping to get back to winning ways in the UCI World Cup downhill. Van Leuven qualified fastest in Pal and Sal Andorra, backed it up with the win. Doing some winning in the States as well, took a win at Big Bear, California, the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series, third round of lap championship. 55.8 kilometers an hour through the speed gun. Van Leuven, her last UCI World Cup win came in Leogang earlier on this season in Austria. Not had it all her own way this year. Big competition from her compatriots. Eliana Hulsebosch, Sacha Earnest, fastest qualifier today. Those two riders remain at the top. Van Leuven 2.2 seconds up on that fastest time of Heather Wilson's though. Off that stall wall, that gap jump. Goes straight down the middle through that steep section, drops into the left-hander. Super strong upper body on the bike, Van Leuven. Stays really well into place, not unlike Valentina Hull in terms of style. That Commensal Supreme bike. 2.9 seconds faster now, Erice van Leuven. Just perfect on the brakes through there. Doesn't lock up the rear, gets the speed scrubbed off before the right-hander, then through that really steep drop section. Van Leuven hangs over to the right-hand side and in through this big steep section. Looking good, Van Leuven. Special RockShox fork with the gold stanchions, along of course with the UCI rainbow stripes, telltale sign that she is the reigning UCI world champion on the #2 machine. Just sits down, gets a couple of pedal strokes in, tries to get rid of some of the lactic acid building in those legs and arms now. It's only 0.4 of a second though. Van Leuven was nearly 3 seconds up, but she's lost time between 2 and 3, so needs to get to work now as things get steeper. And there's a right-hand rut just there. You've got to be absolutely perfect in to just set you up for these gap jumps. Van Leuven goes deep off the first one, gets a gather back up for the second, floats across the third. Great ride. There's 1.6 now. It's back out, so she has got moving again now. Van Leuven's such a great rider to watch. Boosts across that gap jump. Heads down the line. Is it going to be enough? Erice van Leuven goes 3 seconds faster than Heather Wilson here in Loudenvielle, Périgueux. There have been a trio of UCI World Cups since this young woman last tasted victory. Is that going to be enough today to get her back in winning ways? Erice van Leuven did lose time in the middle of that track, so 2 riders to go at the top. Eliana Hulsebosch
5, 4.
with with the green and white of the UCI World Cup overall points leaders jersey on her back. Young Kiwi talent, the latest find by Joe Bowman and the team at the Union, forged by Steel City Media. One of the most talked about young riders in the world. What a debut season Eliana Hulsebosch has had. Hulsebosch with the #1 plate on her bike as we rejoin it live. 4th at the UCI Downhill World Championships in Palarenssal, Andorra. Erice van Leuven, Heather Wilson, Bella Birchall, your current top 3. Oh, Hulsebosch goes down, loses the front end of the way out of that corner, straight back to her feet, so hopefully all is okay. 3 seconds down at that first split as well, so Hulsebosch in trouble here in Loudenvielle Peyragout. New Zealand national champion. Just about as hard a national title as you'll find to win in downhill, certainly. 13.1 back, so it has cost her a lot of time, that crash. Let's see what inroads Eliana can start to make into it now, though. Sits down on the bridge, just takes a bit of time to get the goggles set right in the right place again, and just steady herself slightly. Heather Wilson making way for Erice van Leuven on the hot seat. As we watch Eliana Hulsebosch, is Erice van Leuven going to take another win here today. So there you can see the damage done the whole way down. It was in that middle sector where Wilson really hooked it up. Just 10 points between this woman on your screen now, Hulsebosch, and Erice van Leuven in the overall hunt as well. So we may well be seeing a new leader in that competition, depending on how much time Eliana Hulsebosch can make back now. 14.4 seconds back. It looks like it's going the other way. Here we can see that crash. Just missed the entry to that rut, and that is going to be so crucial today across all of these races. The ruts formed by the practice sessions
10 seconds
in the rain as we get ready. 1 to go here. Sacha Earnest for Trek Factory Racing Gravity leaves the start hut. Fastest qualifier yesterday, Sacha Earnest got the win here last season. Is she going to go 2 for 2 in Loudenvielle Peyragout? 5th at the UCI World Championships last weekend in a very, very different track in Andorra. But we know Sacha Earnest is just about as technically good as it gets. The young Kiwi who went from going to her first race to being in contact with one of the big teams in Trek within a matter of months. Such was the skill level she possessed, and not only that, but very, very good at bike racing. Half a second back, able to put it together under pressure on the clock. So she's in touch off that top section. It is quite a long first split, so to be right there with Van Leuven at the top, pretty good. Through that whoop section nicely, just pops the bike off the stall wall and just straightens things up again. As we've seen, that bank offering a much wider entry to that corner that took out Eliana Hulsebosch. on the last run, so we wait for split 2. This is looking good so far to my eyes over Sacha Earnest. .6 back though. So Earnest has work to do. We know that Van Leuven left time in split 3 as she watches on. A lot of camaraderie, especially between the young Kiwis, the junior women's field. You can see how much they dominated there. Van Leuven from Wilson, Birchall, Les Bonheur, Eliana Hulsebosch in 5th currently. So whereabouts in that top 5 is Sacha Earnest going to be able to slot in? 1.6 back at the second split, so she needs to be fast through here. But given her skill levels, she has got plenty more to work with. It'll suit her from here on down. Dirt looking absolutely prime up there at the minute as we await split 3. What's it going to tell us? Sacha Earnest 3.9 seconds back, so not looking like it's going to be her day today. That would though put her in around 3rd place currently as it stands in this race. A reminder here, as things stand then, Erice van Leuven would then take the UCI Junior Downhill Women's overall World Cup lead. Things remain the way they stand, but Van Leuven will simply be wanting to get back to winning ways with one race to go after this. Here comes Sacha Earnest then. Fastest qualifier yesterday. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough today. Earnest crosses the line in 3rd place, 6 seconds behind your winner, Erice van Leuven. Takes the win, her first since Leogang. An entire summer ago, Erice van Leuven back to UCI Downhill World Cup winning ways. The inquest starts, Sacha Earnest shakes the head, just not enough today.
We'll be seeing Erice and company on the podium.
Heather Wilson,
after our junior
2nd place today for Wilson. Great to see what a talented group of young riders on your screen now. Bella Birchall in there, first time we've seen her this season as well. The UCI World Cups, another huge talent from the land of the long white cloud. And here we can see how she did it. Erice van Leuven attacked every inch of this track in Loudenvielle, Périgueux, and got the job done. Van Leuven back to winning ways in 2024, right when it counts. At the sharp end of the season, we await confirmation, but that should put her back into the lead of the UCI World Cup overall, with just 1 round to go. And I'm pleased to say, as one Kiwi starts to celebrate a victory, another one's just joined me in the commentary booth. Charlie Murray's here. Charlie, what a place this is to go downhill racing.
Oh, Rick, I went and walked the track this morning, and it's insane up there. It's the most beautiful place. The track is insane, and Erice does it again.
Erice does it again.
That run was something special.
Erice van Leuven, there's confirmation then. 3 seconds ahead of Heather Wilson. Then it's Sacha Earnest in 3rd. Birchall, great race from her, up in 4th. Then Les Bonheur in 5th. Hulsebosch 6th, 17 seconds back after that crash. So we'll have to see how that affects the overall title race. But we can hear From the winner now. Erice is down there.
Huge congratulations, back to winning ways. How motivated were you after last weekend retaining the rainbow jersey to make sure you went and got that win and backed it up today?
Oh yeah, I was really motivated. It's always really good to back it up after getting the stripes again. So yeah, just really proud of myself and stoked as how my run went.
Talk to me about what it's like up there, the conditions that you're contending with, because it feels like the weather was on your side this morning.
Yeah, I mean, the first day of practice was crazy, obviously, mud bath. And then quali yesterday, the track was mint, it was running so good. This morning it was a bit slick, so it was hard to kind of get back into the groove again. But then race run, the track was running awesome. Just let it rip and had heaps of fun.
And talk to me about the rainbow jersey. You know, how much confidence comes with wearing that for the second year?
Oh, a lot. I mean, obviously I don't take it for granted, but whenever I put it on, I just smile and just think of, how proud of myself I am,
And so you should be. We've still got one more round to go. So what more can we expect from you moving on?
I mean, I'll just try to do my best from a bike, have fun, I suppose.
Love that from you. Well done today.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Just going to do her best, ride her bike, have fun. Nothing seems to faze Erice van Leuven, does it? She just keeps it simple.
And I love it how she gets so fired up for the run. She just is like, attacking. Look at the slow-mo shot here. It's epic.
I said during her run, very, and it's not just the jersey, very Valentina Hulsebosch. To that central line, her head and her spine stay completely locked in the whole way down.
Yeah, her, Bernie and Valentina Hull.
It works. There's something, there's a common theme there. It definitely works.
And they're often in a rainbow jersey too.
Exactly. Well, of course, Lloyd Bruni, it's actually going to be a bit jarring seeing him out of that jersey because he's won it half the times of asking in the last decade. Loris Vergier now holding on to that one. The elite men's race coming at you later on this afternoon, 2 o'clock Central European time. There is confirmation then. 1 round to go. Erice van Leuven leads the way in the overall ahead of Heller Wilson now up into second place. Eliana Hulsebosch down into third. Sacha Earnest is fourth. Ella Svegby, great season from her, up in fifth. Svegby missing today. Minu Stoffers, first year Dutch rider as well, 12th. Really impressive. That junior women's field full of big talents. World's fastest junior men warming up.